Pictures, there is no answer. Is that correct? Andy is in Plymouth. What have you got for us, Andy? Afternoon to you.
Good afternoon,
Hi.
Ian. It's a great show. You've had some fantastic callers.
Really good callers today. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Really good, topical, and it's my first time as a caller, so I felt linked to a lot of the callers. I agree with 95% of them. One chap from Glasgow rang up earlier.
Yeah, David.
Kind of who was it? David. Yeah, he was kind of getting to the Brexit thing, and that really hurt me. I had to walk, I cut the dog walk early for that to ring in. He mentioned about the Dublin Agreement. Okay,
Yes.
Actually, how many people were repatriated or sent back during our green and pleasant time with the EU? I don't think it was that many, to be honest. So the comparison for me, kind of alluding that Brexit might have damaged our means of getting these folk back to their original countries, I think it's a misnomer. I don't think it ever existed, to be quite honest. I think as soon as it's been called an invasion, but I think the mass immigration post-COVID, he did strike a thing with me about mentioning about COVID. It does seem to have got a lot worse after COVID for some reason. Clearly, the technology side of it. But again, I would like to say I don't think proportionally it's got any better or worse since Brexit. I think that just clouds the issue somewhat. I do believe, and I'll pick you up on one thing. You said about the government losing control. I don't think they've ever had control. It is the honest answer.
Yeah,
I think they've fudged. Yeah, every government for the last 20 odd years since the glory days.
Do you think that when, because I remember Michael Howard saying that this wasn't about immigration as such, it was about crime, but he said when he became Home Secretary, he was essentially taken into a big office, by the sort of the chief civil servants. And they essentially told him that there's not a lot he can do about crime. And it was like, well, hang on, I'm the Home Secretary. They went, no, you think you can do a lot about it. You can, massage a few things. You can come up with a few initiatives. You could extend some prison sentences here and there. But actually, there's not a lot you can do about crime. And I wonder whether the same conversation happens about this.
Well, do you know what? There's some uneasy truths that need to happen. First of all, it's conversation and open debate. I think the British public have been stifled from open debate, from question time. The only medium I know is your show. And I'll be honest, I listen to you guys religiously. I work abroad. I'm an oil and gas worker, and I work in the Middle East, and I'll go no further than that. And a lot of the folk that are coming over are from that part of the world where I work, and there's no war. All right, there's some hard times. There's pretty deprived areas, but I wouldn't say there's a need for them to come over here and seek asylum as such. All right, now that's one thing.
Are they just people who forget the fact there might be some terrorists and undesirables and people with horrendous intent, but mostly are they just young blokes who want a better life?
Absolutely, and I caught some of the conversation since I've come back this afternoon. Yes, they want a better life. It's an easy life. Okay, they're look at them. They're looked after. It's a lucrative business, but also there's a trafficking element as well. So let's not. It's a big business. You were just alluding to there that you're paying $5,000 for a seat, one-way seat on a rubber dinghy. Who can afford that? I couldn't put together $5,000 at the moment. I'm lucky if I make ends meet at the end of the month anyway. And I'm a fairly, I would say, middle class, middle of the road guy. I'm not left wing. I'm not right wing. I've swung both ways throughout my 50-odd years. So another point as well I'd like to make Ian, is the obviously the appalling activities this week in Liverpool. It's already been mentioned. This is likely to continue. I believe it will. But I'd also like to mention one thing. Whenever there is a right-wing leaning type of rally or a demonstration, it normally is hijacked by hardcore left-wing, and they like nothing more than a dust-up when there's a conversation about immigration, Brexit, etc. So please, let's be honest, it's not just the right-wing, and I'm no right-wing apologist, but the left-wing element like nothing more than to bolt onto a debate about immigration or Brexit.
Absolutely spot on. It's a great call. Andy, thank you, and for your nice words as well. Appreciate that, Andy, in Plymouth. And it just